Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. Hi, guys, I'm One Man. Like the video if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new, and click the bell and select all to be notified of more of my content, and let's dive into it. My confession is rather simple. I was considering hanging up the boots stream-wise. Well, mostly. My schedule was going to be like once a month or something along those lines for health. However, the last couple of streams reminded me of why I enjoy streaming so much. I get a legitimate rush out of interaction. I think YouTube live streaming has somehow turned me from a scared introvert to the LeBron James of anime game trophy hunting. Sure, there are others who have better anime game accolades overall, but what's the most iconic streamer you see in many game series? Data Live, Reincarnation, and Telluride in particular. Me. The one. The only. One. Man. Cast. Which, to be fair, I have evidence of. If you have vidIQ, you can tell by search rings. I'm generally the #1 streamer who streams to full completion. Not just story completion, but full-on 100% platinuming series. I'm also known to have the most unique of fan bases to where even bigger NepTubers and AniTubers have taken notice of me. And one of them in particular now does so obsessively to the point where I actually thank him for his constant harassing sock account, Young Defiant. I legit hate the dude for how he treats anime, gaming, and his fans like shit while saying they don't matter, but credit where credit is due, this loser at least makes for a momentarily entertaining stream, and he's so obsessed with me to the point where he even targets my missing mother because he's salty over Team Orwell, creating a massive puncture wound. I'd hate to give autofellatio to my Team Orwell, but our stream took a massive shot at him to where some random anon decided to full-on start a petition for his removal, which is the biggest compliment of all. The podcast we did has fetched over 700 views, and even if a petition doesn't work, particularly with only 100 sigs, it is telling what happens when anime fans truly unite and stand up for themselves. I cannot be any prouder for how far a lot of my fans have come over this. Seeing them thrive and being happy puts a smile on my face. As such, it brings joy to me that makes these streams worth it. However, I feel like it is not enough quality on my end. Sure, I'll upload streams here and there, but I feel like my own interests outweigh requests drastically, which to me kinda suck. I want you to enjoy what I stream and upload. That being said, I'm also getting my name out there further. I'm currently on a writing team to help a person animate their work, and quite honestly, they're interesting, and I do it on Sundays. However, being able to utilize my writing skills to help foster the future is another fulfilling task I'm feeling. I'm getting further and further into the spotlight. In all honesty, I thrive in the public line. However, a lot of these opportunities would not be without you guys. You turned an introverted coward like me into the world-class villainous ambivert. OneManCast has overridden my original name, and my online personas mean more than my base name. While the fact does make me feel a bit morose, as my real name is very meaningful to me, my main goal is nonetheless truly taken off. To be a great person, sometimes your name must evolve. We live in a wonderful era where politics is thriving, discourse is ever the more chaotic, and anyone can now become a star with the right opportunity. Through this channel of mine, channels with much bigger names have given me opportunities to work with them in collaborations and mature further. Anyone from the members of the Similar Intellectual podcast, who we all call each other autistic retards for a majority of the time when we're not in agreement in something, which include Kaiser Trigger, the Unknown Otaku, and Bio Gundam. Every person who I am mentioning gave me opportunities. They deserve your support. Guys like Archive 100, who I got an opportunity to work with after a horribly made video in response to Be Cuspered, back when I was still a bit of a shithead and didn't script nor properly edit, or working with people in Cards Against Neptunia, guys like Golden Eagle Sky and his wonderful Clue. Yes, that even includes Yoshi Gamer, who wrongfully calls me a weeb on top of being an OG weeb. Yoshi is entirely weeb animu, and so it makes me muse over an OG weeb calling me a weeb. The fact that some pipe-blade is kind enough to give me a limited chance with this community and patching things up with him is an honor to have. This long-winded tangent ends in this message. It's about time I started truly pursuing my goal to give back to the things I enjoy. It's time I really start kicking things into gear. Two things of major note in regards to that. My Neptunia fanfic is finally completed. I will be holding auditions eventually for roles, so let me know if you're interested ahead of time. Be warned, it is 150 pages, so it's a bit long. But that's my writing style, as I'm used to actually writing 450-page novel. But I hope it will satisfy you while you're enjoying the journey. The second piece is redoing my entire Neptunia journey. I want to be considered the best in Neptunia, in anime, in writing, in reviewing. I desire to leave my name, even if it's an alias, behind, so that regardless of criticism or respect or anything in between or in orbit, I will be remembered and respected. So I'll be recording offline of my Neptunia journey. I can't really stream from OBS or probably any other program, and I would rather have shorter online and high definition graphic, but it will not replace my streams. It will be more along the lines of bonus content and will fill in for the days to where you get content regardless of streams, even when I'm feeling not well enough to stream. I feel like there's no excuse not to give you content, particularly since YouTube introduced scheduled videos as a feature. Also, to make absolutely sure COPPA does not take effect on my channel, I'm actually going to be a bit more adult oriented, as you've seen with some of my thumbnails, and I've also been using more descriptive, coarse language. Plus, I've always been more suited to obnoxious late night host style content anyways than more PG to PG-13 content anyway. I've always been a bit of a scumbag anyhow, and I'm openly brazen about my own sexual preferences and deviancies. You can tell by games like Atelier Ryza and Data Live Real Reincarnation. Also, speaking of the latter, so sorry that secret project is taking so long, but we of Team Morwell want to make sure and take major time to make sure it will knock your socks off. In the past, I've been a bit of a shithead and a coward. I've been known to take my own problems and express it in less than acceptable standards, but everything comes from a good place. A lot of the old drama shit I was stupid enough to incite was, well, a form of ill-expressed compassion. I've wanted to give back to my favorite mediums and leave it in a better place than when I found it, which is why I even addressed Young Defiant to begin with. Also, if you're watching, fam, go ahead and move on. You're such a big deal, you don't need to worry about me, man. Also, if you're secretly a fan of mine, just come out of the fucking closet, mate. Once you stop being stupid like I used to be, send me a private message. You reform yourself like I chose to, I can give you advice as to how to actually present your views in a coherent fashion. I love fostering new talent, and I hope it shows to everyone. Yeah, I'm heavily opinionated. Sometimes I view things as objective because I hold certain views in third person instead of first person ego, as it may seem to some. My goals and dreams do not revolve around self-aggrandizement. What I mean by that is, I don't do what I do out of ego. I'm a goal-driven individual, and everything I try to do with my channel is balance fair critique with legitimate desires to seek improvement from the stuff I enjoy. Which is why, along the fanfiction I mentioned, I eventually plan to delve into Mika Mika Dance and making a series called Neptunia Sin, where I take Neptunia games and the anime and apply my critique to it because I don't really hate the franchise and simply seek to see improvement. Who knows? If I'm lucky, and this is just me posing a dream, COPPA will notice me and consider using my fanfic as a base for a game. I don't know yet. Give me an opinion when you're done with the journey into the fanfic. A guy can dream, can't he? Speaking of which, I'm going to feature more politics on my secondary channel, Mercenary 346, where I talk politics, social dynamics, and create a video guide to modern politics. Something akin to works like The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli, and I've probably already lost you on that, so I'll wrap it up nicely. I'm eventually planning on building my own political portfolio, as I plan on running for governor of my state. The notorious Lolly Paradise, as I've joked, Oregon. Even though I've got really bad memories and resentment in my state, my happier days also happen here. So I thought that my first roadblock and pit stop in my eventual journey to become president is to try and win the election of governor of Oregon. I'm a weird guy. Sorry about the politics thing, but I figured that if any of you were looking for such content, here's to you, Alexi in Belfast, I thought it would be a good place to put such content on my secondary channel and focus the OneManCast channel on anime, JRPGs, and regular games. I also might return to some Assassin's Creed. Speaking of which, I'm going to return to old form to my older channel days, where I determined what I streamed by a day of the week. Instead of going one series at a time, once I've completed Atelier Rise's Platinum Trophy, I've decided that such a schedule is more productive. One day for Devil May Cry, one day for Yakuza Kiwami as requested by Lexi, one day for Atelier as I try to finish Lydian's Soul now that there's a proper guide, one day where I just stream whatever I want, and these schedules will be touch and go. Also, with said streams, I will not be customizing each thumbnail. I'm going to have a standard thumbnail with the numbers on it. See how Rise a Day is just Rise on the bull carrying flag. Something similar, distinct yet universal. Also, I apologize in regards to the delay in Toaro content. Kinda got sidetracked there. Probably the best way to describe this entire video. In the end, I'm thankful for the opportunities I've had, and I seek to enter the next level, which are the things I've mentioned, and most of it will start around December. Albeit the 20th through the 27th of December will not have content due to visiting family for Christmas for once. Also, I did promise in my other script to find good, super fun boss fights, because I kinda get off thinking of killing giant enemies supposedly greater than me. I have no idea why, but the ideation of defeating beings supposedly greater than me gives me a bit of a rush. Sorry for being weird. I'm still going to do those. I also plan on doing highlight bits too. I was going to do Mugen and Fight K, but I need a few more things before doing those vids too. Also, I hope to do scripting and crossover work with other NetTubers. Spread the word, because I want to make a massively big retrospective in more tribute to Neptunia. I'll be adding various gameplays like modded Civ 5 and Democracy 3, and maybe a little bit of Magic Duels in there. Stuff that's a bit random. I think I want to keep some things under wraps though. Please feel free to share my videos so that we beat out the monthly to sub-monthly YouTube purge that YouTube loves to do to me. I have been blessed with opportunities abound from all sorts of wonderful people. Thank you from the world-class villain, OneManCast.